It can really help with alignment and comfort as well. Sometimes just that slight little half-inch lift just changes just enough that we can sit more comfortably. It shifts our hips just slightly. And so we come into that alignment. Hello, Jones. Good to see you. See your name so far, anyway. So we're just beginning with our easy pose, finding that comfortable seat. And beginning to breathe with deep awareness. Breathing fully, filling the lungs and the belly. Lengthening the spine, feeling the crown of the head reach toward the ceiling, collarbone lifts as we breathe in. Our focus is our breath and elongating the spine, relaxing the shoulders down and away from the ears, finding a comfortable resting position for the hands so the shoulders can relax a little more deeply. And we're just breathing in, breathing with every breath. We settle and we relax a little more. And gently bring our hands out to the side, opening the palms. And as we open our palms, we begin to lengthen our arms and slowly lift, just gently and slowly moving, effortlessly lifting the hands toward the ceiling, really reaching with the palms and the shoulders, feeling the stretch along the spine, noticing where you feel it the most. Seeing if you can lift a little higher, feeling that in the front body as well as the back body, rolling the palms out and just letting them float down, maybe a little bit of a stretch in the hands and the fingers, the wrist and the forearms. And just reaching for that mat, pausing there, finding that rhythm of breath, and roll the palms outward again, coming all the way up. Reaching up slowly, reaching fingertips towards ceiling, feeling the muscles lift in the back body, feeling the lift in the front body, abdomen, chest perhaps. Breathing in fully, and on the exhale, roll the hands all the way back out, coming out, reaching actively with the palms this time, really reaching, stretching the wrists, the forearms, the fingers, allowing the arms to come all the way down and rest by your side. And as you breathe in, feel the chest rise. Take the shoulders up, back, and around. Gentle, slow circling here. Whatever you feel like you need. If you've got a lot of tension and tightness, pay attention to what the right amount of circles are for you. And then just go ahead and pause now. Feel the shoulders drop away from the ears. Take the right palm out to the side. And just actively reach with the hand and the fingertips coming all the way up. Reaching fingertips towards ceiling, feeling the lengthening on the right side of the body, and palm comes overhead as you gently lean toward the left, looking up toward the ceiling in order to feel that lift in the chest and breathing deeply and fully here. Just really feeling the benefit of the stretch, feeling that starting in the hip and coming all the way up through the rib cage into the arm and down into the fingers, and gently come back up and allow that palm to come down. Maybe roll that right shoulder out. And then we'll repeat on the left side, really actively reaching with the left palm, the wrist, the forearm, reaching upward, lengthening the left side body, taking that overhead, looking up toward the ceiling. And noticing that stretch starting in the hip, coming all the way up the rib cage, and feeling it through the shoulder and the hand, and breathing into that. Maybe bring your right arm down to the mat if that's available to you. And then gently come back up, let that float down. Roll that shoulder out if you feel like you need it. Listen to what your body needs tonight. And then roll both palms out, coming all the way up, gently floating up. Palms meet overhead. And we gently bring palms down through center. Gentle pause at forehead, lips, throat, and heart. Bringing to mind what it is that brought you to this class tonight. Maybe closing your eyes for a minute here. And ask yourself, what is your intention for this class? What is it you're seeking? What is it that your mind, your heart, your physical body, and your emotions need in this moment? And just breathe that awareness in. And let's just say namaste to each other. It's good to see you all here. Some new names and faces. Hello, welcome to restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is about being gentle with the body, listening to what's right for you, paying special attention to any old injuries, any old aches or pains. If you have the thought, I don't know if this is right for me, this suggestion, maybe move very slowly and gently, testing out how it feels. And if you feel any pinching, pain, pulling, tightness, anything that doesn't feel right, slowly move out of it until you can find a place of comfort that is best for you. Just really listening to what it is that you need. So we're going to come down and lay down flat on the mat and think about whether you need any extra support on your mat. Do you want to pull an extra blanket under your spine? Do you want an extra cushioning? Or sometimes the benefit of the firm mat, especially when there's lower back issues, sometimes the firmness can be just as beneficial as the extra cushioning. So you might want to try it both ways. Roll your palms open, allow your shoulders to come down and away from your ears, knees are pointing towards ceiling. Just begin by letting your knees sway back and forth here a little bit, loosening up the hips. Seeing if you can release any tightness or tension in the lower back and the thighs and the hips. Just gently moving at your own pace. We're not in a hurry tonight, but loosening up here. And then we'll lengthen the legs out in front of us, maybe walking the heels away, feeling a nice stretch. You might want to let your arms float overhead. And grab a hold of your left wrist and pull on your left wrist. Again, another stretch to the left side, noticing the different relationship to gravity, how the stretch feels different when you're laying down than when you were sitting up. And walk your heels to the left for a C curve in the body. This is a really nice stretch for any sciatica pain, any tension in the hips, again, lower back. It can be a nice release for. And walk your feet back to center, let go of the wrist, lengthen the body again. And repeat on the opposite side. Grab a hold of your right wrist, pull that to the left side, walk your heels to the left, C curving opposite direction. Noticing where you feel that stretch the most. That can give you some clues about releasing any tightness and the way you want to move tonight. And then release that wrist and come back to center. Lengthen the body one more time. Walk the heels away. And then bring the knees back up again. Sway the hips back and forth, the knees back and forth. One more time. Go ahead and pull the knees into the chest. Maybe wrap your arms around your knees, your shins, your calves, whatever works for you here. And then just roll your ankles around, stretch out your toes. If you've been on your feet a lot, it's really a good idea to stretch your feet, even if you haven't been on your feet a lot. It's a good thing. And then grab a hold of your knees and pull both knees out to the side of your body to see if you can deepen that stretch a little bit more. Then we'll let both feet come back to the mat and bring the right ankle over top of the left knee, just resting on the left knee, figure 4 stretch here, and pulling that left thigh into chest. Maybe roll that left ankle around a little bit more, both directions. Might want to stretch that left leg all the way up toward the ceiling for a hamstring stretch at the same time. And go ahead, let your foot come back down to the floor, bring the other foot down to meet it, repeat on the other side. Pulling right thigh into chest. Roll the right ankle around both directions. Stretch the right foot up toward the ceiling. Loosening up the hamstrings can also help lower back tension and tightness. Everything's connected. And go ahead and let both feet come back down to the mat. And then grab a hold of your knees. Lift your feet up off the floor. Grab a hold of your knees and create a circle with your knees. Give yourself a little back massage, one direction then the other. Seeing what you can loosen up as far as the hips go. Whenever you're ready, bring your feet back down to the mat. You're going to gently roll over to one side. Then use your arm strength to come all the way up. We're going to be gentle with ourselves tonight, gentle with our practice. Restorative yoga is exactly what it says. It's restoring our body to health and wholeness and feeling good and feeling comfortable. So I'm going to start with your bolster at the end of your mat. And some people like to build it up a little bit higher. You can certainly do that. You can use extra pillows for extra height, extra blankets, whatever seems to be best for you tonight. And we're going to start out with child's pose. Child's pose, we are going to bring our knees to each side of the bolster. And some people need extra padding for their knees, and other people find to have a little extra cushioning, either taking both throw pillows that are suggested for the class and bringing a throw pillow under each thigh, or the blanket under each thigh can give you a little extra cushioning for your knees, so bringing those in whatever way. So you have to play around to find out what's right for you. If this is a new yoga posture for you, you just have to figure out, how are my legs, how are my knees going to be comfortable? And you bring that bolster in a little closer and you just allow your body to drape over, looking to whichever side, finding a comfortable position for your shoulders, for your neck. Making any adjustments, maybe pulling your knees apart a little bit further, bringing them in a little closer. Just find that place of comfort. And begin to settle in with your breath. Breathing deeply and fully, And the breath begins to vibrate the body internally with awareness. Unlike our breathing throughout the day, as we breathe a little deeper, a little fuller, that vibration begins to stimulate the vagus nerve. And with that, with the help of the vagus nerve, we begin to come into a place that we refer to as rest and digest. Bringing our body to a place of restfulness allows us to heal, to relax, to settle the anxiety and stress of the day. And so we watch the movement of the breath in order to give the busy mind something to do. We notice the thoughts as they come up. We notice the thoughts that we choose to let float on by, to let go. Our practice is to still and relax the mind as best we can. Although that mind looks for things to do, and some that really struggle like to count the breath as you move, you breathe in a gentle rhythm of a 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, seeing if you can exhale, lengthen the exhale longer than the inhale. Breathe, we find that rhythm in whatever way feeds us. A quote from Paul Purcell: "Our physical body and the see and touch world are not life, but only one step of our spirit's journey." So our process to relax the physical body will help us in relaxing the mind. When we hold stress and tension, when we hold emotion in our physical body, it affects us mentally more than we're aware. We find that rhythm of breathing in order to settle and deepen in our practice. The practice of relaxation and meditation. The transcendental state of being lies beyond all seeing and hearing and touching and smelling and tasting, beyond all thinking and beyond all feeling. And that's from the Maharishni. Beyond thinking is our goal, so we notice as the thought comes up and we let it float by. Or we may say, thinking, just to notice and let it go. Breathing, relaxing. If we find discomfort in our bodies, we can breathe into those spaces. We send our energy, our prana. And that energy helps to relax and settle. Like to turn your head in the opposite direction on your bolster, to stretch your neck in the other way. And go ahead and do that now. We let go of external noise that might be trying to distract us in the same way that we let go of the noise that comes up in our minds. Every exhale is an example of letting go of what we no longer need. After your next full exhale, prepare to gently use your arms with as little motion as needed to come up off your bolster and bring whichever hip is easiest to the edge of that bolster. We're going to sit with our legs in deer pose. Deer pose is going to take your top leg, so this is my top leg here, if you can tell from the camera. Bottom foot goes on to top leg and comes down to mat. And we bring that bolster as close to our hip as we can. And the goal of this pose is a twist. But maybe with lower back issues, maybe you're not going to twist as deeply as another would. But watching me here, I am twisting my body toward the bolster, twisting the lower spine and walking myself down. Now, if that's uncomfortable for you, you may want to just lay on your side on the bolster and finding what's right for you tonight. Adjusting your hips as much as you need to for comfort. Put a pillow underneath your hip if that's uncomfortable for any reason, or an extra blanket. Just using the props, using the support is our goal. Accepting the support that's around us. In yoga, we show compassion for ourselves by listening to what our body needs for comfort and support. And we breathe that awareness in. Making any adjustments that are right for you. Learn to be quiet enough to hear the sound of the genuine within yourself so that you can hear it in others. What is the genuine within ourselves? Breathing that in. What is your true self? What is the truth for your being? Who did you come here to be? And allow some beautiful words to come up in your mind when I ask you, who did you come here to be? Feel that breath move down into the belly and then fill the lungs and the heart space. The breath fills us with our truth, with wisdom and knowledge. If you'd like to turn your head in the opposite direction for a deeper stretch, now might be a good time. Being gentle with your neck and shoulders, deciding what's right for you. After your next exhale, begin to come back up to a seated position. If you haven't done so already, take your blanket and use that as some extra padding at the top of your mat. Pull your bolster off to the side. And just at the edge of your hips, if it's folded, and that you want to have it cushioning all the way to the top of your head here. Keep that bolster where you can reach it easily, because you're going to slide it into your knees in a minute, but just use your arms to come back. Slowly find that relaxed position, pull the bolsters under the knees. And allow your knees to rest on the bolster. And if you'd like to have that bolster a little higher, you can certainly add pillows under your legs if you'd like to do that. Or you can pull the bolster in toward the upper thighs, and that will give you a higher lift, and it'll help your back, the small of your back, the curve in your back, just relax into your mat. Find a comfortable position for your arms, maybe walking your arms down and away. Try opening up your palms and noticing how that feels as your shoulder blades tuck in. Open up your heart a little bit more. Begin to settle in again with the breath. Making any adjustments for comfort. Finding that deep rhythm of breathing. Seeing if you can elongate the inhale and the exhale. A quote from the Dalai Lama: "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." How do you show compassion to yourself? How does compassion show up through the day for you? What is your self-care like? Do you reach out for the support when you need it? Do you take advantage of the support groups that are available on Zoom? Do you reach out to those friends that say, "Call me anytime"? Where and how could our self-care be improved? Breathe that awareness in. As you breathe in, you can allow my voice to guide you on a visual meditation, or you can let my voice float right out of your mind. Whatever you choose. As you breathe in, see yourself laying on a sandy beach in this posture, supported, relaxed and settled. Feeling the breeze move across your skin, your face and hands, maybe ankles and feet. Just feeling that breeze. Relax and settle you. We learn to let our imagination settle and relax us and take us to a calmer place. As we listen and appreciate the ocean waves, we find the rhythm of breath and quiet stillness. noticing the water moving in the same rhythm that our breath moves in our body. The awareness that our body is mostly water. And we feel that ocean become a part of us. With awareness that it's only the illusion of the separate body. Just the illusion that we're separate. And we breathe that in. Breathing in the awareness that we're not a body. Our body is like clothes that we were given to use for a time. And neither are we our minds. Our minds are like a tool in a toolbox. And the body is like that toolbox, but it's not who we are. We breathe into our heart, see our heart expand. Feeling the sunlight come out from behind the clouds. Bright golden light. Surrounding and becoming a part of us, just like that ocean. We breathe that golden light in, feeling that warmth and comfort. Settle, restore, and heal us. As we accept all of that energy, all of that beautiful light, if you'd like, you can use the tools that we call hands and bring those hands to your heart and hold that golden light. Hold that golden light. And feel the healing energy as you hold that. Feel the warmth in your hands. And if you'd like, you can place your hands anywhere you need more healing. Maybe it's hips or shoulders, stomach. place those hands where you need more of that golden light to heal and restore. Breathe in the healing and the love. Take that light, that golden ball of light, and hold it like you would a really large beach ball in front of your body. Allow your hands to come out and move with that energy, holding that light of love and healing. Feeling and knowing that you are a part of this light. And watch that light grow and expand. And allow your hands to rest beside you. That light expands above you and below you, in front of you and behind you. Knowing that it's expanding as far as you can imagine and as deep into the earth as possible. Above and below and all around. That light and love is always there. All we have to do is settle the mind long enough to be aware. Still and relax the body into a gentle state of awareness. As we're aware again of our body and our mind, the way we move through the world. After your next exhale, gently roll to one side, moving the bolster away, and slowly rising up. Bring the bolster to the top of our mat again. Maybe using a pillow at the top of the bolster. And this time we'll bring our hips to the back of the bolster. bolster. And if you want to cover up, you can. You can certainly cover up if that feels right. You can cross your legs, you can stretch your legs out. Finding whatever's best for you, whatever makes you comfortable. Maybe 2 pillows would be better for you on top of the bolster. Whatever works tonight. Gently coming back. Try a couple of different postures for the legs, just looking for what's right. You can also, as you cross your legs, you can put extra pillows or blocks under your knees for a little more support. Many options for that deep relaxation. We close our eyes again and settle back in. Making sure our arms are comfortable and relaxed. Giving that heart space enough room to open and expand. Relaxing the shoulders, maybe breathing into your shoulders if you have tension or tightness there. Allow the breath to relax you a little more. Noticing how each breath, each deep inhale relaxes and settles. Peace is the evening star of the soul, as virtue is its sun, and the two are never far apart. Breathe in peace. Exhale stress. Breathe in calm. Exhale those thoughts that are not serving you in this moment. And just let go. Maybe it's surrender you need to breathe in. Only you know what you need. Only you can find that. Ralph Waldo Emerson tells us, nothing can bring you peace but yourself. We bring that breath down into the belly and we feel that expansion, and we begin to expand the lower lobes of the lungs, the upper lungs, and expanding that heart space with as much air as we can take in, expanding that loving, huge heart that we all have. Expanding that outward and exhaling. So with the next inhale, we again repeat the expansion and the awareness, remembering the truth of who it is we truly are, remembering who we came here to be. seed position, pulling the knees in tight to the body, curling around. Finding that as you lay on your side, and just one more deep stretch for the lower back and hips. And then without any hurry, as you feel ready, make your way up into a seated posture. Bring your hands to your heart space. Gently closing your eyes. And thanking yourself, thanking that inner wisdom for showing the compassion that you needed to come to class and find the healing and nourishing that you were looking for. And gently bow. Close our practice saying namaste to each other. And then sitting up straight and tall, lengthening the spine, finding that easy pose again. We say namaste.